Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my kind of a review of the game Might and Magic Online. I have a lot of things to talk about this game. First of all, I would like to say that this is probably the best browser game I've ever played in my entire life, and I've been playing browser games for the past 5 or 6 years or so right now. Even though it's just on a casual level, I'm playing this game for the past 2 weeks, but there are a lot of negatives about this game that I want to talk about. The positives are that it follows really closely the storyline as well as the gameplay of the previous Might and Magic titles, and the gameplay is really solid, like extremely good. I dare to say that the gameplay is even as good as maybe Heroes 3. As many of you know, it's probably the best Might and Magic game ever in existence. It looks like they've managed to cut down and really lowered the Heroes 6 engine so that they can fit it in a browser game, which is extremely impressive. I'm not gonna pretend that I actually understand how many of this stuff works, but for me it's really impressive how the game looks like. Many of you may say that it's like a port of Heroes 6, but for the naked eye it's a really beautiful game considering it's a browser one. The game is free to play and you can access it through your Ubisoft account or just to sign up by Facebook, which is how I did it. And there's so many positive things about the game, like it's really worth checking it out. And the negatives is that the development team doesn't really have enough experience of designing free-to-play games, and there are a lot of stuff that can be paid which are not beneficial for the game. For example, there is straight up power which you can buy, and that is never good for a free-to-play title to begin with. Buying power is something that shouldn't exist in any game because it drives a lot of your community away from it. People that don't want to spend money in the first month or so are just gonna get stopped by the people who spend money on the game, and that will drive them away. And the PvP aspect of the game is actually really crucial here because there's a ongoing tournament going on, and the first ranking gets I think it's something along the side of €10 prize in game currency, which is the seals. Oh shit, what is this? I haven't seen this ever here. Check it out. It's a Cyclop. It's a champion elite living unit. Holy shit, that's actually pretty strong. It has stunning assault. So for the more veteran players of this kind of series, you will find that the battles are really similar to the previous Might and Magic titles. It's turn-based combat, and I'm gonna show a couple of battles later on when I do my dailies, but right now I just want to talk about the stuff that you can buy and why I think a lot of them are inappropriate for a free-to-play title. So your currency is the seals. I think that the prices of the seals are really reasonable and affordable. There is a beginner's pack which for €10 you can buy 15,000 seals, and have in mind that the major things that last for over a week are only 5,000, so basically you can recharge your experience boost for 3 weeks in a row. Speaking of experience boost, I really don't mind having this feature in the game because, let's face it, it's a free-to-play game, and if a person wants to spend money on it, he should benefit more from the items than the person that don't want to spend money in it right away. So this is your experience rune. It's a combo shard that gives you a 100 bonuses experience and 80% movement speed. Now I really don't care about the first bonus. Like I said, it's okay to have an experience boost, but it's reachable by charging, by paying to the developer, by paying to the game. But the 88% movement speed boost is kind of a shit in my opinion, because this is how your character will move around the map if you pay for it. Like, I don't get it why this have to be a paid feature, because imagine you don't have this boost and how your character will move. Like, it's going to be really annoying to get around, and in my opinion this is a major issue and will drive a lot of players away from the game, because you have this kind of paid feature which shouldn't be paid. This should be how every character moves, despite if you're paying for the game or not. And I really don't like it. The second thing you get for this 5,000 shards, I'm even gonna show you the shop and the prices of almost everything, if it actually opens. Oh, being a browser game, being this well done, costs is for the cost of game loading constantly, which is another issue I want to talk about, but it's not really that major. In my opinion, this game shouldn't be a browser game. You should be able to install it on your computer, and that way you'll be avoiding most of these loading times, which is actually extremely annoying. So this is the premium, the set I was talking about. So for 5,000 seals, this is, let's say that €1 is 1,000 seals, because it is. €1 is basically 1,000 seals. You get one combo shard, which is 100% experience, and the speed boost, which I already talked about. 7 days auto battle license. I'm gonna talk about the auto battle license in a few minutes. For now, I'll just skip it. 7 days enemy detail license. I already did this. It's a paid feature, and I don't mind that it's a paid feature, because it's something that it shouldn't really matter for the gameplay. This I think costs 250 seals, and it basically shows you what the opponent's army is, so you can better plan your battle in based on this information. It's okay. 7-day battle retrial license. This, I'm also fine with this feature. It's a paid feature when you finish the battle and you're not satisfied with the results, like you lost too many units which you don't want to lose, you can just retry the battle and go for it again. I think it's also 250 seals. I may be lying, but it's a paid feature. It's not really expensive, and you get 10 obelisk shards. The obelisk shards are There is a secret map, just like in Heroes 3, if you can remember, where if you find all the obelisk, the map opens and it shows you the location of the grail. It's something like that here, but instead of having a grail which you can build in your town, you are sent to a dungeon with no units, and basically after every single encounter your unit slots, you get additional units for your unit slots. These units do not affect your regular army, so it's a bonus event, and in the end of the event you fight a boss. When you defeat this boss you get a mythic item or epic item, like the most high quality item you can get in the game. It's really neat feature, I really like it. So the obelisk shards are that. I think you need five of them in order to open the whole map. So well, the last time I needed 5, maybe you'll be needing more of this. Like I said, I'm not really playing the game all that much. I've only played it for 2 weeks, about 2 to 3 hours a day, something extremely casual for most of the gamers. The other things you can buy with seals, this is pretty much everything. But that's the starter set. Yeah, it's like I said, the prices are really affordable. You can buy construction licenses, which is the construction permits, which is the permit to build a building in one of your towns. At the moment I have discovered 3 towns and I have buildings in all of them. So, but I haven't really seen a use to buy this, because from the main story quest line you'll be getting enough in order to build in your towns. Have in mind that every building and every upgrade costs a construction permit, so maybe in the later stages I'll be needing to buy some of these things. The other thing you can buy are resources. I'm not really fond of buying resources because it's, like I said, straight on buying power in the game. Even though you can farm resources really easily by just going into a lower level zone and grinding mobs out there, and you'll be having no trouble winning the battle with 0 to no cost. So a quick look at the resources. You have your construction permits, which I just talked about. You have gold, which is the currency that every single unit costs. Gold is really easy obtainable, as well as the units are not really that expensive, so at some point you'll be having a lot of gold to spend. You have wood, which in my opinion is the most used resource in the game. Every single building costs a lot of wood in the higher levels, and yeah, you basically need a lot of these things. A lot of the quests daily quests will demand from you to gather some resources and return them to them, so grinding resources is basically 60 to 70% of the gameplay, which I'm actually fine with it, because it's an MMO. It's usual for an MMO to have a grinding feature. You have your metal, which is just like the wood but in lower quantities, and in my opinion you have your crystal, which is the most important resource in your inventory. Crystals are used to purchase upgraded type units. So you build your upgraded building in order to purchase upgraded units, and instead of just spending gold on it, you have to also spend crystal. Crystals are obtainable due to daily quests, and there are plenty daily quests in the game. In one day you should be able to obtain about 300 to 600 crystals, depending on how many daily quests you do. Right now I'm level 26, which is just 4 level below the cap, and I'm able to obtain 500 crystals a day due to dailies. So these are the resources. Like I said, I'm not really fond of having a feature to buy them because you're skipping 50%, maybe 60% of the gameplay, and as of now I haven't really seen anything else to do but to grind resources and develop your towns. But hey, it's a browser game. A lot of browser games have this feature, so I don't really care about this. What else? Well, you have this 30-day combo shard. Like I said, it's not really that pricey when you look at how much what the seals cost. Like I said, it's like 1000 seals for €1. You have your consumables right here, where you have potions, you have scrolls of different spells, and they're actually pretty cheap, even though they're only for... oh, it's 10 scrolls per stack, so you have 10 casts for like 500 seals or whatever. Again, extremely reasonable. This is the part that I really don't like. This is the hero equipment seal purchasing, and it's really cheap. It's really cheap. It gives you a major item for your current level, and major items are just one tier below the mythic items. So when you hit a level cap, you can basically full out gear your character with major items for 1000 seals, which is, in my opinion, absurd. It just sucks out from the game experience for having to grind the equipment of your hero. I really don't like it. There are a couple of other things you can purchase with seals. One of these things are the customization of how your character looks. A lot of these are really nice, extremely nice. I haven't purchased any of them. I have people that have been purchased hero customizations, and they look awesome, just awesome. So I really like having this as a feature. Couple of other things you can purchase with seals. One is skipping the build time of your buildings, which is okay because some of the buildings will start... you'll be having to wait for over 2 days in order to finish it. It's actually pretty expensive to skip 2 days of build time, but hey, some people will do it. I don't really like skipping this because the buildings will cost so much resources later on stages that when you gathered enough resources in order to build the next building, it will just... you'll be already playing for over a day or two, so skipping build time, if you're paying for resources, may be a good idea, but that will add up a lot of money, which I don't think many people will do. The biggest issue I have with the payment is the hero equipment. I think it's just wrong being able to pay for a full hero equipment. I don't know any successful game, any good successful game that has this feature. I'm gonna compare this game to Travian, which is, in my opinion, the most successful browser game out there. So Travian have a lot of these features. It has resource boost, which is basically buying resources. It has build time skip. It has unit increase, build unit increase purchase. Just say it like that. So yeah, the hero, but it doesn't have hero equipment. Straight out buying hero equipment. So yeah. So this is how the battle looks like, how the main gameplay looks like. Like I said, it's really solid. A lot of the visual effects are straight up taken from Hero 6, which is a really good game. A lot of people underestimate Hero 6, but in my opinion it's probably the best Heroes game out there yet. It's just that it has a lot less features than say Heroes 3 Armageddon's Blade, a lot less playable races, but overall it's a better game. It has a good storyline, and it's voice acted, and as well as it has a lot of cutscenes. Well, let's just talk about the auto battle feature. And the auto battle feature is probably the most expensive thing in the game, but it's also completely inappropriately made. Well, your army strength is basically calculated in this number, and the enemy army strength is calculated in this number. And you just saw the last battle. In the first turn with my first 2 units I've been able to delete the whole enemy army. Well, if I want to auto battle, I will for sure lose 5 to 10% of my army, which is just insane. Why? Like straight up, why? So the auto battle should be reworked in the sense of if your army is more than twice as strong as the enemy army, you shouldn't be losing any units though. It's just common sense that it should work that way, but it doesn't. So the auto battle feature right now is a complete waste of money, and in my opinion should be just removed from the game up until they fixed it. Now this is a daily quest for like level 10 that at the end will give me crystals, and if I choose to auto battle I'll be losing a lot of my forces. It's just unacceptable. And have in mind that both my Thunderbirds, which is this unit, and my Radiant Glories are really expensive units. They're just so expensive that I don't even want to lose one of these things, let alone 10%. What the fuck? Oh, recording at the same time playing this game actually puts a lot of stress in my computer, just because it's a browser. I really don't like this being browser game, but hey, it's the developer's choice. It actually looks really good, so I would like to see this game on Steam. Okay. Another thing about the auto battle is, like I said, it's extremely expensive. I'm gonna show you how expensive it is. So I'm gonna open the shop once again. It's special offers, right? No. Okay. This is the auto battle license, right? It's 1 day auto battle, 24 hours for 2000 seals. 1 day for €2. let's see the special offers. This is €5 for 7 days auto battle, 7 days detail, and 7 days retry, as well as 7 days movement speed and combo shot. Let's take all this into buying it day for day. This is the combo shot, like for 7 days combo shot, which gives you 100% experience and 80% movement speed. It costs €1.70. This for 1 day costs €2. So for 7 days it will cost you €14 if you decided to buy one by one. I don't see the logic in this, seriously. For €5 you get all of these things for 7 days, including the auto battle license. And for €14 you get only the auto battle license, which is just downright stupid. Like, there should be an instant price rework on this stuff, as well as an instant mechanical rework to this feature. Like I said, I don't really care that it's paid or not, because I actually like having to navigate every single battle, and this is what the game is strong at the battle gameplay. So yes, the auto battle license is a complete bullshit. I want to talk about one more thing. I have 5 more hours duration on my movement speed buff, and I'm gonna have to show you how annoying moving in without the movement speed buff is, just so you know how bad this feature is, because it's annoyance. The feature is just annoyance, which is made in order for people to spend money, not to have to deal with it. This is basically money grabbing feature, which any respectable game should not have, and I'm really upset that this game has such kind of feature, just because it's one of the best games I've played this year. This year has been filled with shit games, just like any other year for the past 5 years. It's just generic game after generic game, and then this comes out and it just blows my mind. And having features like this just sucks up something from me. I'll be playing this game for a while, up until I get upset with some of the features, because there are a lot to be upset about. It just makes me sad that this thing even exists. Just, oh my god. There's so many good things about the game, and then there's this. Anyway, that's enough bullshit. I've been talking for the past 10 minutes or so, and I hope you can put up with me. Just try this game, it's really good. At least for the first week you'll be able to have the movement speed chart, so that you can see if you want to play this game or not. It's really important that your character is able to move at the pace that it should be without paying for the game. So yeah, check it out. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.